Hey guys, welcome back to the Foolish Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just wanted to give you some of my thoughts after Michigan's 73-69 loss to the Kentucky Wildcats. This game was a rematch or postponement from COVID year 2020. The teams agreed to play a 3-game set against each other, one in Lexington, one in Ann Arbor, and one in London. I appreciate the fact that Michigan's willing to do these things, get on national TV. I know it's going up against, good old NFL Sunday here, but they still got to play. The crowd was very sparse, lots of blue seats. At least it made it look more like a Kentucky crowd that way. There were more Kentucky fans anyways, but obviously England's playing in the World Cup at the same overlapping time slot. That's not going to help too much for getting a good crowd to show up, even though the tickets might have been bought. But let's talk about the game. I would have to say the first half was dominated by the big men. If Michigan was able to get anything going, it was basically through Hunter Dickinson. And Kentucky really went through to Shiway, I think is how you say his name. And they just battled really well. It was a back-and-forth game between the two big men. And, it was a tight contest. Kobe Bufkin filled it in quick. He had, I think, 3 field goals in the first half. Sadly, he only finished with 3 field goals. You had some other opportunities from, like, Isaiah Barnes off the bench, hit 2 big 3-pointers. But the big story out of the first half was Jett Howard picked up 2 fouls. He only was able to play 7 minutes of action, and he got 6 points, 1 3, and he made like 3 free throws, I believe it was. But his lack of availability really hurt Michigan in that way. Michigan did get out to a 5-point lead. I think it was like, they had a nice little 3 and a 2 there at 29 to like 34 that Michigan had. But they couldn't really build on that. Some sloppiness along the way. The offensive rebounds were just a big problem in this game again. Kentucky got 12 offensive rebounds, and especially on those critical plays when Michigan was playing that 2-3 zone or would get a stop anyway, and they just weren't getting box outs. And Kentucky was just getting another shot, and they would miss it, and then they'd get the third opportunity, and then they'd finally make it. Like, if you get 3 shots on a possession, you're probably going to score, and those plays are just such backbreakers for Michigan. And this bugaboo of them not boxing out, not rebounding well is a problem. Outside of Hunter Dickinson, who is, not the greatest rebounder anyways, but still, you have to have guards helping out. You have to have your forwards helping out. And Michigan's just not boxing out well, and that's really hurting them, and it hurt them again in this game. At half, it was 37-36, I believe. Kentucky was up. And the second half, Wallace for Kentucky just went on fire. The first 4 minutes, I think he got a 3, a 2, and a 3. 8 points, boom, boom, boom. And he was playing solid defense, forcing a couple turnovers. And to note, right, he was the one who hit like the dagger 3. Again, off an offensive rebound, Hunter Dickinson blocked a layup. Kentucky got the ball back and hit the 3 to take a 4-point lead to a 7-point lead. And that was kind of the dagger at the end of the game there. Hunter, again, about 50% shooting, but finished with 23 points. Jett Howard came back and finished with 16. However, it's like Michigan just needs a third scorer. It seems they always need a third scorer. It'd be great if you could get someone off the bench who would be able to, hit some shots. I mean, obviously Isaiah Barnes hit 2 threes. Baker was 0 for 1 today. Joey Baker transferred from Duke. It's like, where was he? He was like a ghost. I don't know how much he played, obviously. I'm not looking at the minutes played and such. Maybe he wasn't out there very much, but I don't remember him doing much of anything. And then, I got to just point out Llewellyn. He got a couple shots early, but then he just takes really dumb shots. It's like early in the shot clock, taking a 3, and like he hits the backboard. That's all he hits is just the backboard. It's like he finished 2 of 8 with 4 points. I know the bigger story. Hopefully he's okay. If you didn't see this, he went up for a shot and kind of just came down awkwardly or did something to his knee, and he was down for several minutes and didn't come back. He was seen after that behind the bench with an ice bag on his knee. They're saying they're going to evaluate it when they return back to Michigan. But you're always worried about those non-contact injuries. Those are like your torn ACL or MCL or whatever, some knee ligament that's not good when you go up and tear something. That's usually how it goes. Those non-contact ones are usually bad injuries. Ugh. So we'll see. I mean, he's been underwhelming. I know he's trying to fit in, trying to get acclimated to Big Ten speed. It's been underwhelming, to be honest, and I guess this is where we'll get to see, does Michigan do better with just Kobe Bufkin? Maybe he'll play the 1. I don't know. I think he's suited well for the 2, but obviously Llewellyn has a significant injury. He might be out for several weeks. We'll just see how it goes and how Michigan adjusts. Doug McDaniel came in and, did some good spot duty. He had some good moments and, again, some not so good moments, but, that's what's going to happen when you have a freshman starting or playing significant minutes. Just my overall thought for this game is just kind of my final thought, is that Michigan is just lacking that finishing. They were in the game versus Virginia. They're in the game versus Kentucky. And the other team is making the plays where Michigan's not making the plays. Michigan went on a stretch of over 4 field goals in the last 4 minutes of the game, right? Kentucky had a 6 or 8-0 run over that span. It's like, you can't have those lapses. Hunter is the best option. Go through him. Work the ball from inside out. If they double Hunter, throw the ball out to the 3-point line. If they single him, Hunter will get it. He played don't get me wrong, he played really good. But he missed some bunnies in there that really would have helped. He missed the front end of a 1-and-1. It's just, everything seems to be on him, especially with Jet Howard, who wasn't playing in the first half. And you just need more balanced scoring. You look at Kentucky just for the fact of it. All 5 of their starters got double figures. Michigan had, I believe, unless I missed it, two starters in double figures, Hunter and Jet. That's it. You need more balance. So, just got to go off of that. Hey guys, just some of my foolish thoughts after Michigan's 73-69 loss versus Kentucky. If you guys have any thoughts that you would like to say, please put them in the box below, and I'll try to respond as I'm able to. Until I see you next time, as always, go Blue!